Here's an answer key for this text here, a pupil text. What are the things that are wrong then? If we take them bit by bit, we'll begin by looking here. It's I have interviewed a man. There. So that's just a word ending. But then in this first part here, you can see there are quite a few commas involved here. And first of all here, this is what is called a comma splice. You have two clauses and they're separated only by a comma. And then it just continues. So this is an overly long sentence which needs to be punctuated to make it grammatically correct. We now focus here. Then we have, and it is in the country. And this is fine to say this here. The problem being that it's not appropriate to use a contracted form depending on the formality of the text. In an informal text, it's not a problem. Moving on, we have he works at the hospital here in India. And then here too, we have I was going to meet him at his work. And then, of course, why not when you have the chance to use spell check? Important that you do that so you don't have kind of silly errors like this. Once again, you have contracted forms just here and here too. After somebody has let you in, then you have to be fast. Otherwise, if you look here, otherwise can the alarm sets off. So spelling there as well. But also this is a classic in Swedish where you have what you call an adverbial. Igår spelade jag, annars gör jag det. So in English you never have the verb here before the subject. Not in a statement anyway. And then you have a contraction here, and that is only happening. But it's better to actually write that is as opposed to that's with an apostrophe there. In this time, or during this time, I was a little afraid that the alarm should start, but it didn't. And the contraction, the apostrophe is incorrect there. It's D-I-D-N apostrophe T. And the same here. And once again, spell check. When we were, because it was a plural with we, were sitting in his room, did he first wanted to know? So this is a classic Swedish error here. When we were sitting in his room, he first wanted to know. And once again, there's quite a long, elaborate sentence here which needs to be punctuated a bit more appropriately. A false friend under the interview, during the interview. I felt very powerful because, and I think this is the inappropriate word, maybe he meant felt very grateful perhaps, because doctors have very little spare time to spare to stuff like this, and he was willing to spare at least 30 minutes to answer my questions. Here, again the contraction, and here too. One thing that makes me, this is a subject-verb agreement error. So make here, the verb goes with the subject, which is the head of the subject, which is the thing. Okay, and then there's some small stuff here, and it looked like he took the whole interview very importantly. As you can see, there are a fair few errors, and Hopefully you are at the level where this wouldn't be the case, but there are perhaps aspects here that are. Anyway, these are the things which I hope you'll be able to clearly see after getting some more understanding of the grammar aspect of this course.